Hello everybody, this is Lucy Nathanson, child therapist and founder of confidentchildren.co.uk. Thank you so much for being here today. I thought I'd do a quick Facebook Live about helping children with selective mutism cope with the festive period, Christmas, because this is a super busy time of year and it is anxiety inducing for all involved. So it's really important that we prepare to help children with selective mutism enjoy Christmas and to minimise the anxiety around it. So I did post an article that I've written a few days ago on this topic, so I will link to that article in the comment section shortly. But I thought it would be a really good idea to relay the information via video as well, because this is such an important topic. Hi Caitlin, how are you? It's so lovely to see that you're here with us. It was so lovely to meet you at the workshop in Melbourne. Thank you for being there. So where was I? So helping children with selective mutism cope with the festive period. First of all, that we have about 2 weeks to go till the big day, or till the family gatherings start. So the first thing that I'd like to share with you today is the importance of briefing people. And what I mean by that is contacting all the people who you'll be meeting over the festive period and simply explaining to them that we don't want them to ask the child any questions when they see them, at least until the child is talking in front of them. So we want to emphasize to people, and this could just be a simple WhatsApp message that you just send to all the people that you'll be in contact with over the festive period. So, hello, looking forward to seeing you at Christmas. Just a reminder that John has, finds it hard to talk in front of people, so please don't ask him any questions when you see him, and please don't make any comments about him not talking. That could be enough. With closer family and friends, you could go into a bit more detail, but really we want to make the message, send the message across that they shouldn't make any comments about the child not talking, and they shouldn't ask them any questions on arrival. That's the two key things we want people to know. If that's all they do, we're steps ahead. So what should they do instead? They can be friendly, they can say hello to the child, but not put the spotlight on the child when they first arrive. So, hello everyone, nice to see you. Hi John, nice to see you. Hi Sarah, nice to see you. And just be friendly and welcoming, but no focus on the child, at least in the initial stages. We want the child to start to be able to feel comfortable as though the spotlight's not on them. Children with selective mutism hate having the spotlight on them when they're anxious, and this is going to be an anxiety-inducing situation for children with selective mutism. So let's just brief people in advance. Say hello, nice to see you everyone. Don't put the spotlight on the child with selective mutism. No comments about them not talking, and no questions. Those are really important points. So go ahead today if you can, or over the next couple of days, draft out a quick WhatsApp message or a quick text or whatever to send it out to family and friends that you'll be seeing over Christmas. What else can we do to help children with selective mutism over this busy festive period? We want to think ahead. So for example, if you're going to be visiting people's homes, what you could do is bring a game that in your bag, a game the child is really comfortable with, that they've played many times. Have a game that does require speech, and also a game that doesn't require speech, because we want to have, if they're unable to talk, we want to have a backup as well. So you could bring something like Lego as well as something like Guess Who. So perhaps you arrive, you say hello everyone, nice to see you, and then perhaps you can play the game with the child on the away from where the busyness is, because we want the child to feel comfortable, and we know that they'll feel more comfortable if they're initially at least just with you and not so immersed in the busyness of being around everyone. So perhaps you can play the game with them, or you can give it to them and their sibling, or someone else that they're able to talk to play slightly away from everyone else. What we want to avoid is having the child in the midst of everything that's going on, and them feeling very uncomfortable and anxious. So give them a game to play slightly to the side. And like I said, it can be a non-verbal game like Lego, Play-Doh, that kind of thing. You can use Christmas as an opportunity to slide people in if the situation allows for it. So I'm sure some of you are familiar with the sliding in technique or fading in. So you can, because you'll be seeing family and friends, you can use this as an opportunity where you're playing the game with the child, helping them to use their voice with the new person in the background. I'm not saying this with certainty, just because it's important that when we are fading someone in, it's done in a very clear, careful, and often slow way. So it might not be appropriate to do this over the Christmas period where there's lots going on and lots of people around, because we always would fade in just one person at a time. So if you're visiting one person, or if the situation allows, you could set it up as a fading in session. If not, you could simply give the child a game to play, or a non-verbal game to the side, initially at least. Just looking at my notes instead, in case I've forgotten everything. Oh yes, so if you have my book, Understanding Selective Mutism, absolutely give this to the people who are coming over, or the people that you're seeing, because it's really important that, like I said, people have an understanding. And I created that book for this exact purpose. I didn't create it necessarily for parents because I know that parents understand selective mutism. You are the people who have done all the research. You've read all the, textbooks out there on selective mutism, watched all the videos on selective mutism. You understand. So I created this very concise, short summary book so that you can give it to auntie, uncle, grandparents, family, friends, so they can have a flick through, get an understanding, and then get the key points so that they're in a position not to put pressure on the child when they see them. Also, you could, if you don't have my book, that's absolutely fine. You could send them some of my videos on YouTube, what is selective mutism, and the do's and don'ts when interacting with a child with selective mutism. Some of those links, that could be another option to simply raise awareness and to help them to understand before they come into contact with your child. So overall, I'd like to say that Christmas can be a very stressful time of year for children and also for adults. It's a very intense time. It can be a very happy time, but it's quite often also a very stressful time. So I would say my key message would be, let's use this as an opportunity for the child to have an experience where there isn't pressure for them to talk, where they don't have, uncle saying, oh, are you going to talk to me this time? Or or bombarding them with questions. We want them to have a positive experience where the anxiety is minimized as much as possible. Remember, that's the first step to helping a child with selective mutism, taking away the pressure, helping them to feel at ease. And we can use this opportunity where they may be seeing a lot of people as an opportunity to almost have a clean slate. Brief everyone, get everybody on board, so that perhaps in the new year we can put a plan together with those people and think about how you can start to slide them in or fade them in. But perhaps Christmas can be just an opportunity to take away the pressure and have a clean slate, like I said, because the real goal here shouldn't be for the child to be talking to everybody, because that's very ambitious perhaps. We simply want them to have a happy time, an anxiety-free time, or at least anxiety minimized time, and for everybody to come from a stance of compassion and understanding. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found this video useful. I will link down below the article that I've written with some additional points, so feel free to have a look at that link. Anything else? Thank you so much to everybody who has purchased my book, My Name's Eliza and I Don't Talk at School. I really appreciate your support, and it has been a busy time for me in the last few months with publishing the book, and I've received a few emails from parents who have shared their experience of sharing the book with their children, or simply reading the book themselves. So thank you so much for those of you who have contacted me with your experience of the book. I really appreciate that. And if you have got the book, please feel free to send me an email via my website, confidentchildren.co.uk. I always love to hear how it's going and how it's been received by yourselves and by your children. And also, thank you so much to everybody that came along to the workshop in Australia. It was an amazing event. I was really grateful and happy to be there, to meet so many people that I recognise the names of, many families that I've worked with via Skype. So it was a wonderful day where we could finally meet face to face and have a day dedicated to selective mutism. So thank you for those of you who came along to that as well. So as you can see, it's been a very busy couple of months, which is why I haven't done a Facebook Live for a while. So here I am back. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and have a very, very Merry Christmas. Take care, everyone. Bye.